Brought to you by...
The beauty of art is that it is a medium in which we can project a meaning all our own. Whether it be a masterfully painted canvas, a well-orchestrated song, or a gorgeously captured film, it's going to touch each of us individually in a unique way, and cause us to formulate ideas and interpretations that differ from one another in both vast and subtle ways. Hello friends, and welcome back for another ETF short film review. Shot partially on the streets of Providence and filmed as a showcase for a local artist named Chris Tebow. Don't Wag the Mountain follows William, a struggling artist in a city whose influence has faded into a neutral gray static. Now dependent on diving deep into the free association of his unconscious mind to guide him, truth rings like a sharp frequency, and his train of thought becomes increasingly abstract as his focus shifts from his work into the mystery of a past he refuses to see. Visually, this film is gorgeously captured in a crisp palette of color on a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, the same type of camera we shoot this show on, in fact. It blends a fluid, almost floaty handheld style with rigid lockdown cinematography. The film is driven by a voiceover that I felt lacked a certain emotion, which caused it to feel a little bit too flat. This is a highly interpretive visual experience that places us alongside a man who is breaking, being crushed by the weight of his overburdened mind. The art featured throughout this film is actually art created by the star of the film, Justin Tebow, and creates a unique style to the piece that you wouldn't likely find in your standard film centered around an artist. There's a choice made to isolate William in this film, keeping everyone else at a distance, lost in focus, as if they are figments of his own mind. The film itself is formulated like the abstract experience of its character's art, utilizing unique editing and lighting techniques, location shifts, and slightly unnerving amalgamated camera styles to displace our perception of the events that we are seeing and unsettle us to our core. The performance here is from Chris Tebow himself, and I must say he does a sound job. He delivers a well-structured character who feels genuinely broken and isolated from the world around him, as if he exists in a world that is constantly twisting, while he remains at a standstill. For someone who isn't an actor by trade, I was genuinely surprised by his performance. I won't lie, I don't entirely understand the deeper meaning behind much of what I saw in this one. However, I feel that was the point. To me, this was an experience that is meant to be interpreted. The idea, like the art it showcases, is to peel back the layers and decipher from it what you will. Art is subjective after all. I'm gonna give Don't Wag the Mountain an A. I definitely recommend this one to those out there who like to pick apart and find their own meaning in film. I got to see this one at a local screening a while back, and I have to say that it was one that stood out that night. I have linked this one below if you are looking to support a local artist and check this one out. Alright friends, that's going to bring this one to an end. If you enjoyed this video, please consider checking out more from ETF over on the main channel. If you want to give this channel a little more support, please consider subscribing over on Patreon. Every little bit helps this channel grow, and I'm working on some fun, exclusive content just for our supporters. Until next time, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.